What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today, I'm going to hit you up with some quick thoughts and opinions on this new mixtape from Logic called Bobby Tarantino 2. Now, this is obviously the follow-up to Bobby Tarantino 1. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that shit out, and that tape dropped a couple of years ago. I actually reviewed that and wasn't a very big fan of it, just didn't find it was one of Logic's best projects. And I actually felt the same way about his last album. I reviewed that, the album was called Everybody, and it was one of those projects that just didn't really stick with me. You could definitely say there were some mixed reviews for it. I hate Me Too for that. I understand if you turn it off. But moving forward, I wasn't a big fan of those two projects, but I do think this one is much better. And one of the things I like about it is that he really keeps it simple on some of these tracks. On 44 More, you're getting this evil banger and he's just snapping with a lot of wild flows and rhyme schemes. And I especially like it when he brings up that he's trying to save money for his future and for his kids, rather than just spending that money on bullshit. So I really felt what he was saying on that. And I also like the track that was called Warm It Up. This one did have a little bit of a weak hook to it. I wasn't a big fan of that, but this is that classic young Sinatra that I think a lot of Logic fans have been looking for. He's snapping again with the flows, you're getting some nice boom bap production, and this really just felt like Logic, as I said, playing it simple, not getting too experimental, not bringing anything too crazy, trying to force concepts down our throat like he's been known to do, and I will talk about that later. So these were easily two of the tracks that I liked. But one track that I did like that kind of surprised me is Indica Badu featuring Khalifa. Wiz, I kind of been hard on him the past year or so because I feel like he hasn't been doing anything that's too great with his features or with his projects. But on this one, he really just sounded like he gave a damn, man. This actually has me looking forward to Wiz's next project because maybe he's gonna give a damn and give us something nice. This track is one of those smooth, soulful joints. It is just about smoking weed, so, it doesn't get too crazy or anything like that, but it still just sounded really nice and had a good vibe to it. So that was something that I liked. That was a solid feature. And you do get 2 Chainz and Big Sean on this album as well. I thought they held their own and did quite well. 2 Chainz in particular has been having a hell of a run this year. But of course, I can't do this review without talking about the song Yuck. This is another banger, and on this one, Logic has taken a lot of subliminals at Joyner Lucas. He doesn't say his name, but it seems pretty clear that he's getting at him based off the shit that he says. He's spitting a little bit about how he must be jealous of him because he's always coming at him and just trying to get that attention that he can't get himself. And he brings up that issue that Joyner Lucas had with the publicist quite a while ago. I believe it was Karen Civil. There was some messed up shit that went there. So it seems to me that it's pretty clear Logic is getting at him. But this diss is also very polite, man. He actually goes on to say that he wishes him nothing but happiness and success. Same with all his enemies and people who hate on him. So this is like someone stabbing you in the face a bunch of times, then helping you up off the ground, wiping your face, and giving you a damn Snickers, man. Shit was vicious, but very nice at the same time. So I'm not too into that beef, really. It just seems like, they're kind of going back and forth like this. I don't know if it's ever going to turn into anything that, like a classic beef like we've seen in the past. Probably not. But still, man, I like what Logic did there, so that was cool. But one thing that did kind of hold this project back for me is that Logic is doing some of the same shit he's been known to do, including how he really is kind of jacking styles from some of the people who are out there already, including Travis Scott, because on the songs Boom Bap Protocol and also Wizard of Oz, it really does sound like he's doing some Travis Scott shit here. The auto-tune sounds very similar. He's even using some of the same ad-libs, so I don't know why Logic has to do this, man. He's good enough that he doesn't have to, but it seems like on every project he's really reminding us of someone else, whether it's with beat samples that he's picking, with the way he's flowing, singing, whatever the case. So that was definitely something that showed up on here. And while I do like some of the production, you get this nice 8-bit feel on the song Overnight, and you also get a banger on the song Contra. Can't really hate on that. It's called Contra. I actually think I might have Contra up there somewhere. I'll have to look. But anyway, I did like some of the beats on here, but as usual with the content, you are getting some of that corny over-the-top Logic. You know what I'm talking about, where he's pushing that positivity so much that it feels kind of fake and forced, but it's hard to hate on someone for being positive, because that makes me look like a damn idiot, which I probably am to a lot of people anyway, but I think you get what I'm saying. He really just shoehorns it in sometimes, and content-wise, this doesn't get too deep. This is that mixtape Logic where he does kind of keep it simple, rapping a little bit about some of the things he's been through, coming up in the game, haters, trying to stay positive, and people can do whatever they want to do if they believe in themselves, just those sorts of things. So content-wise, this one really didn't do too much for me. And of course, he does bring up on Midnight that he's mixed, he's black and white like a piano, and proud of it. So god damn it, man. Logic has got to be trolling us at this point, because he already did a whole damn near album about that shit. So content-wise, there wasn't a whole lot that had me excited here. And this is how I feel about Logic, man. I feel like when he's keeping it redundant and kind of plain like this, it's really hard to get excited about his music. But on the other hand, when he comes on these albums and it's just forcing those concepts, like cramming them down our throats, it's a bit too much sometimes, especially with all the skits and everything he's trying to do. We saw it on Everybody and also on The Incredible True Story, which I thought was a pretty good album, but you know, I haven't come back to it much since I reviewed it, so I wouldn't say it was an amazing album. I just like when he finds that nice balance, man. That's why I love Under Pressure. I feel like he had some nice concepts and themes on there. He was doing a lot of storytelling. He had bangers, nice flows, catchy hooks. It was just very balanced, very versatile, and he did have a nice even thing going on there. But you know, this is what it is. Just like the intro says with Rick and Morty, they're talking about mixtape Logic versus that album Logic. This is mixtape Logic, just having fun and doing his thing. So I can give this a 3 out of 5. Like, I think this is pretty good. I don't consider it something that would make my year-end list or something that would be an honorable mention, so I'm not going to go higher. But it's definitely better than his last 2 projects, in my opinion. I just think, you know, he's got to find that sweet common ground, man. That sweet, sweet common ground where he's bringing a bit of content, some themes and concepts, but not hitting us with so many damn skits, man. Look at me stuttering, getting caught up in my tongue and shit because I'm just annoyed by all the damn skits and when he's just pushing these ideas on us. So I would really like for him just to find a balance. That'd be pretty dope, man. Maybe he will on his next album. Logic is one of those guys who I certainly think can really do more with himself, man. I mean, we've heard it before. He's put out some great music. I think he can make a better album than what he's been giving us lately. But that's how I feel, man. 3 out of 5. Got a little bit ranty in this review. I'm just keeping it real and flowing because I've been sick the past couple days. I know you heard that shit before, but hey, you know how it goes, man. It's flu season. My power's been going out, so I just kind of got off track here. Wanted to get this out. Hopefully it's all right. Let me know what you think about the album or the tape, whatever the hell it is. Of course, you want to make sure you hit up my social media sites. Show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.